Have you been thinking about purchasing the Chanel CC Turnlock loafers? Listen, I get it. In 2020, when released, Vogue gave it the ultimate stamp of approval, declaring that it was the must-have loafer. And in 2022, when I was finally able to get my hands on it, I was able to test it out and see for myself if it was really worth the hype. So before you decide to go and drop a pretty penny on this luxury investment piece, stick around because we are going to be talking about all things the Chanel CC Turnlock loafer and my review of them nearly 3 years after purchasing. And guys, in case you're new here, my name is Britt Latrice and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here today. So to keep today's conversation easy to follow, but also informative, we're gonna break this video down into 5 different chapters. Chapter 1, the loafer hype re-examined. Chapter 2, longevity and durability, and really discuss real world wear. Chapter 3, the style evolution, like, are they even still in? Does anybody care anymore? Chapter 4, value proposition and breaking down the cost. Chapter 5, the final verdict. Are they still worth the splurge? So jumping straight into chapter 1, the loafer hype re-examined. I know I already discussed when they were released and the fact that Vogue gave them the ultimate stamp of approval, but something that was also going on during that time was that a lot of influential women were wearing them and they were popping up all over social media. These are a shoe that if you type their name in on Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, you are going to see photos of them. And one reason I do think they were so wildly popular is because they embody all the things that people love about Chanel. They have a little bit of quilting in them. They have the turnlock on them. And they were something that were truly different than what Chanel had released before. And they gave you a reason to pay attention to a loafer. Because after that, a lot of other brands followed suit as well and did their own takes on loafers. And I'm like, did we really care about loafers before? And even if we didn't, we did now because Chanel came out with the most viral loafer that made people care about loafers again and even start talking about them again. And guys, we all know this. A loafer is not a new shoe, but when a brand takes a classic and gives you a reason to get excited about it, inspired by it, reinvigorated by it, that's when you know you did something right. So Chanel did their big one with these. And that brings me to my personal journey. I'm gonna give you the Cliff Notes version because I do already have a video about it that I will link below in the description box in case you wanna check it out. But I ultimately found them at Saks. I have a wonderful SA who knew that I wanted them. We had tried on a couple pairs that she had in store, but she didn't quite have my size. So when my size came in, she gave me a call, told me to come and see them, and that is how I purchased them. Guys, I was so over the moon when I purchased them. They were actually my first ever Chanel shoe. Since then, I've purchased quite a few other Chanel shoes. But guys, I love that this was my first pair and I loved my experience getting them and I still love them so much to this day. But even with all that being said, there's no denying that the luxury landscape has indeed shifted. I mean, Chanel has a new creative director, for crying out loud. A lot has changed and will continue to. But how does Chanel stack up? Chapter 2, longevity, durability, and thinking about real world wear. All right, y'all, I just grabbed one of my loafers so we can do an up close inspection to really look into the wear and tear. All right, so as you can see, it is still in very beautiful condition. There are some areas you could see some stress from being worn. And here's a little bit of light scuffing. And again, a little bit of stress from being worn. But overall, guys, the turnlock has not tarnished or faded in any type of way. They have not misshapen whatsoever. There is a little bit of wear at the side. You can see some very light scuffs. And then the bottom is probably where, to me, Chanel shoes, all because of the way that they're made, have the most wear and tear. All right, so switching out shoes just to grab the other one so you can see the same thing. I would say it's basically the same, guys. There's no rubbing off of the Chanel logo anywhere. Here's the heel. I think you can kind of see the most wear and tear, in my opinion, are like just the bottom of the shoe. Here's the bottom of the right shoe. but the stitching and all the really cool details are all in place. No tarnishing of the hardware at all. This one seems to have a little less markings and scuffing than the other one. I must be tougher on my left foot than I am on my right foot. But guys, all things considered, 3 years in, they are still in tip-top shape. There's very light scuffing, only scuffing that I can see because I am all up in them and I put them to the camera for you guys to see them too, but no one will notice that. The integrity of the sole is still intact, and then the bottom of the shoe is probably the part that is the most imperfect. But guys, this is like what you can expect from Chanel shoes because this is just how they make and construct their shoes. This always happens. I would think they would make them with like a rubber bottom or just do something that showed a little bit less wear and tear. In terms of maintaining them, I just keep them in my dust bag. I do not personally polish them or do anything special to them, but when I am ready, I personally would recommend taking them to a cobbler who specializes in luxury items so they could take care of them on my behalf. And I think with how much you invest into this type of shoe, that is not uncommon or unheard of. So that is how I would continue to maintain this shoe. Chapter 3, Style Evolution. Are the Chanel CC Turnlock loafers still in? So guys, I just put my shoes down to continue this piece of the conversation, but if we're assessing current trends and if they're still in, I would say in the world of Chanel, absolutely. Within the house, these are still a very popular style of shoe. Chanel has made different variations of them and there's been endless colorways and materials for them. But since they were released, they look to have become a semi-permanent part of the Chanel shoe collection. They may not be the ones that they're promoting necessarily because they're not new, but they are always on the website during the fall and winter season. So that is a good sign that they have continued to do well and that they are continuing to be a strong seller within the shoe category in the house. I do think they've released some new styles since that have gotten a good amount of traction, but not to the degree that the Chanel CC Turnlock loafers have. It just hasn't been the same. But I would say if I look at other houses and other loafers that are really doing well, people have really loved the Saint Laurent ones. Those are just a very simple, very classic, no frills loafer. I hear they're great from a comfort standpoint. Even compared to these, even though I don't think they're trendy per se, they would look less trendy because they are so much more simplified. But it also depends on your style. In terms of versatility though, I think these are wonderful in that regard. They are something that you can dress up, can dress down. Y'all, the sun is really sunning right now, okay? Whoa, like, oh my gosh. But anyway, these are not the shoes that you have to be afraid of because they will ebb and flow the way that your style and you do. So unless you just don't want to wear them like that, that's the only thing that would stop you. But I've worn them in all the types of ways, and in every single way, they've looked wonderful and been a piece that's elevated my wardrobe. Even when I was being super casual, flying under the radar, or trying to dress up a little bit for a really nice event or an occasion. I will say as long as you choose to wear them, they will do whatever job you need for them to do. I don't recommend them being long distance walking shoes because I don't feel like any luxury shoe is really made for that now that I know what I know about luxury shoes. But what I can say is that they are good for the occasion that you need them to be good for, and use them for that, take care of them, and they'll kind of do the rest. Chapter 4, Value Proposition and Breaking Down the Cost. So guys, I actually have my original receipt from purchasing, and I can see that I purchased these on March 24th, 2022, and I purchased them for $13.50 plus tax. So they're currently retailing for $1,600 USD plus tax, give or take based on where you live in the United States. But guys, that is a little bit over an 18% price increase over the last 3 years. In terms of the resale market, I am seeing that different from when I purchased them, they're actually reselling for more along the price that I bought them for, if not cheaper. I was looking on the RealReal, they had some on sale for $900. I didn't look at the condition, so I won't lie. And then I've seen some on Fashion File on sale between $1,200 and $1,300. but I will say that it's really nice to know that pre-loved is an option for these. At the time when I purchased them, they were still in their prime, so you were never seeing prices like that, and it was actually at that time cheaper to purchase them in store. And that does typically happen for newly released items that are popular at that time, and once the popularity dies down, things sometimes start to mellow out. Other times they don't. It really depends on the item. So for my recommendation in terms of value proposition, I would highly recommend that you look for these on the pre-loved market. When it comes to shoes, you can always find things that people hardly wear, and it's just a really sustainable and smart option. Chapter 5, my final verdict. Is it worth the splurge? Guys, I would say absolutely yes. So the reason I'm gonna say yes is because since purchasing my first pair of Chanel shoes, which were these CC Turnlock loafers, I've purchased 3 additional pairs of Chanel shoes. One I've sold, the other I'm going to sell, and the other I love equally as much as I love these, and those are the rain boots. So at this point, I'm down basically to the rain boots and these loafers. And I think loafers are just such a classic, essential wardrobe staple. So yes, I don't necessarily even think you need to buy the Chanel CC Turnlock ones, because I do think since Chanel again has come up with some other ones, but I do think if these are ones that you are after, that you desire, that you thought were really great, they absolutely are really great. They elevate every outfit. They look amazing. They're comfortable. I love them so much. I don't wear them every single day. For me, again, they're an occasion shoe, but every time I have an occasion, they absolutely rise to the occasion. Like, they are perfect for that. I love them so much. Like, I can't say enough great things about them. In terms of cost per wear, I think they're worth it as well, because if you really take care of them, even if you are like me and wear them on occasion, they are always going to look and feel the part. They're going to do what you need them to do. So I think because of the longevity in which I'll have them in my wardrobe and the craftsmanship, they definitely are worth the money. They are just such a beloved shoe. They are really Chanel goals. They are one of those staple Chanel pieces that if you are into the brand, it is absolutely not a bad item to add to your collection. But I do think these loafers are worth every penny. I enjoy them so much. I love them. They are such a vibe. All right, y'all. So I hope you found this video informative. It's been such a long time since we talked about these Chanel CC loafers on this channel, but I want you to know that they are here to stay. We love them over here. But that is everything I have for you guys today. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications each time that I upload. I'll chat with you later. Bye.